It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
Throws this one out to the left.
Third down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Gets it out quickly. Tackle made at about the 49.
Well, if this defense keeps taking chances with these blitzes, sure, they may get to the quarterback once in a while, but they also are giving up some big plays like that one right there.
He's tackled at the 49-yard line.
It's 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 49. And he's tackled
Right around the 48-yard line.
He was never able to get ahead of steam on that carry.
He's taken down at the 43.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big game, but the important thing is that they held and brought up 4th down.
Trying to change the field position with his kick.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Quick pass.
Brought down
right around the 28-yard line. It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. He's taken down right around the 30. Mims picks him up 2 yards with that catch.
Nice play there to move the chains and keep the drive rolling.
And the quarterback didn't waste any time getting rid of that one. He took the snap and he threw it right out there.
With a quick throw.
The defender had it and then dropped it.
Hey, that's a heads-up play there by the defender. Get those hands up and something good may just happen.
From their own 30-yard line. 2nd down. Throws it in a hurry.
And they make the stop at the 41.
A quarterback's best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ball on their own 45.
Slings it. Tackle around the 39-yard line.
Superb effort by the receiver to come down with that ball.
Well, this comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback.
He gets hit out of bounds.
At the 30-yard line. And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Got it. Complete, and he's out of bounds. It's the 9th play of the drive.
And he is drilled at the 7.
Second down, goal to go.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
Tackled after a decent pickup.
And this is the 11th play of the current drive. And he just gets rid of it.
4th down.
This should be an easy field goal.
Fresno State is looking to go up by 3. Kicks up, and it's good.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20.
Tackle made
At the 26.
Fresno State's in the driver's seat right now, but it's still early, Kirk.
Yep, very early in this game, but you got to love the feel for it as far as they're concerned. They came up with a stop, and then they get points, and right now they're out of the game.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Nice run there. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Throws off balance, incomplete. Looks left, finding his tailback, and he hits him hard
At the 31-yard line. He's to the 40. Knocked out of bounds.
right around the 42-yard line. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play.
Fresno State
Is up by 3.
scrambling around. They'll bring him down at the 48.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He delivers, makes the catch, and gets out of bounds. Caught, and he's out of bounds. That's a loss. It's second and 12.
Ball on the 33.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Here's the give. He fights forward to about the 30.
Fires that quickly, incomplete.
Well, they dug a bit of a hole for themselves and were forced into a low percentage pass play here on third down. But the good news is they still have a shot at some points.
Fourth down. So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. It's up, looks long enough.
And he just drilled it from long range.
They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 24.
Fresno State's defense really came to play early in this football game.
Well, they've done a good job here early, but you know eventually this offense is going to start clicking. Let's see if this defense can sustain this for the rest of the game.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
Quick pass, man open, and he dropped it.
Second down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 24.
Play action. Now he's going to run and watch out.
Slides down. He's got to throw it in a hurry.
Caught, and he's hit immediately. This is a great punt blocking team, and it looks like they're going to try to get to this one. Heading for the corner.
Brought down at the 48-yard line.
This offense is just going to be kicking themselves. They're moving the ball very well. In fact, they're getting into their opponent's territory. The only problem is they're not finishing off the drives with touchdowns. They're having to settle for field goals. That could eventually catch up to them.
They're ready to begin another drive.
Fresno State
Is up by 6. He fights forward to about the 49. From their own 49-yard line, it's second down.
broke away from one, and down he goes at the 49. He holds on to it and gets maybe 2 yards.
Five guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. King is waiting for the snap. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. The Bulldogs have found a way to shut this offense down, but hey, it's still early in the football game.
Yeah, give them a lot of credit for the way they've played up to this point, but just based on watching these teams and preparing for this game, do not be surprised to see this offense eventually find itself and start to execute much better.
Gets out to around the 32. An exciting first quarter comes to an end. 6-0, Fresno State. Welcome back. Tight game here in the second quarter as we begin play. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. On the run. Gets to about the 34-yard line. From their own 34-yard line, it's second down. Fires out to his receiver.
Perfect timing here between the quarterback and the wide receiver. That's a big gain and more than enough for the first down.
From their own 48-yard line. First down. They go with the run. Good outside run there. He's got it with room to run. Tackle made at the 41-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. They bring him down.
It's a big-time effort sack by the defensive end. I want to also give some credit to the coverage downfield. The end never gave up on the play, but because the quarterback didn't have anywhere to go with the football, it gave the defensive end enough time to eventually chase the quarterback down for that sack.
Here's the 8th play of the series. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. So another third down here, and this time it's 3rd and long. Got hit and still completed it. He's tackled around the 48-yard line. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. And he was able to pick up some nice yards on the return. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
Fresno State
With a 6-point lead. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. From their own 30-yard line. 2nd down. Got the corner. And they get nice yardage on that run. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Good yardage there on the option.
Outstanding play. Well executed. Here it is, 3rd down, and they come up big on the run.
1st and 10.
Ball on the 42.
And he's tackled around the 50-yard line. Handoff, and he's met immediately. They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. Throws incomplete, broken up. King to punt.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way.
Brought down
around the 23-yard line. Second down and 7.
Ball on the 23.
He's taken down right around the 20. They come out in an empty backfield.
And they got him for a loss.
That looked like a designed run, and they're going to lose about 2 on the play. He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
Fresno State
Up 6. Grabs it, and he might go the distance.
tackle at the 24-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 24.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers.
And he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
First down here, Brad, by this offense. The receivers running the football. You got to think as a defensive coordinator, it's one thing to try to defend and kind of your traditional offensive attack. But here you got to start worrying about what is this wide receiver going to do. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense and the defensive mindset on how they want to try to slow this offense down.
So it's 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 14-yard line. 5 wide.
Throws complete. He's hammered. Pass complete and taken down immediately. So it's 4th down.
This isn't much more than an extra point.
He gets it up, and he's got it.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He's to the 20.
And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line.
You know, we're getting so used to pinball football with a lot of points. Kind of fun to see defenses play this well.
Kind of refreshing, isn't it? I mean, every single week we call games and you're seeing scores in the 30s and 40s. This is one of those low-scoring games. Which offense will get that big break? Eventually, it could be the team that wins it.
He's scrambling. And they make the stop.
At about the 25-yard line. From their own 25-yard line. 2nd down.
They'll bring him down.
Right around the 48-yard line.
He is such a reliable target. You throw it anywhere near him, and this guy's going to get his hands on it and make a catch.
He's on the run. And down he goes at the 46-yard line. He scrambled. And he's going to come up with a sack.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he's going to be sacked.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real drive killers.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field. One more play now before we hit halftime, so they'll most likely throw one towards the end zone here. Going deep, lays it out there.
Incomplete, almost picked off. We've still got a half of football remaining. Fresno State's lead is 9.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Both sides have made their way back out, and we're just about set to get going again. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook.
Makes it out to about the 33.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Play action here. He's going to scramble. And he can't get away from the pressure.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
We've got a 3rd and 6 here.
Ball on the 29.
He lets it go. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
He throws left. The senior makes the catch.
And a huge touchdown play.
What a strike for the score.
And he did a nice job of looking off his defenders.
So the offense is going to go for 2.
He's in for the conversion.
Fresno State to kick.
Cobb
From the 4.
tackle made at the 34-yard line.
Fresno State's continuing to play extremely tough defense. This has been impressive.
It's just been impressive to watch them play with such an attitude, almost a chip on their shoulder with the energy that they're playing with. I think it's going to require that kind of effort to be able to win this game.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Slings it to his fullback. Good tackle there in space.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
He's at the 40.
Quick pass intercepted.
At the 30. To the 20. To the 10.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. So a great play by the defender to give his team 6 points.
That was a very good play, and that will certainly help build his team's momentum.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. They line up to kick this one away.
Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20.
He gets out to about the 22-yard line.
Boise State's getting stomped right now. They're unable to get anything going here in the third quarter.
Well, I think what they have to do at this point is they've got to get into a little bit more of a hurry-up mode, a little bit more urgency, score, and hope that the defense can come up with a stop and hope you can get the ball back and put more points up.
Scrambling around.
Tackle made right around the 24-yard line. From their own 24-yard line. Second down.
He's going to try and scramble.
The ball is loose. The defense scoops it. He's tackled around the 29-yard line.
What do you think about that last turnover, Kirk?
Way to be heads up out there. That corner just made one heck of a play recovering that fumble.
So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Complete, brought down, nothing doing. From the 27-yard line, it's second down. That's a great tackle at the 30. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
They're going to try a long field goal here. The kick is up. It's got the distance.
And he nails the long field goal.
Fresno State ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line.
This defense has everything. They kind of have that blue-collar, workman-like approach, but they also have a blend of tremendous speed to go along with that work ethic. And the better they play, they seem to feed off of it, and it continues throughout the whole ball game.
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately. From their own 32-yard line, it's second down. And he hits him hard at the 45-yard line. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
You know, if you use him in this offense the right way, it's almost like you have an extra wide receiver. He's that good.
From the 43-yard line, first down. Now he's scrambling. They bring him down.
Coaches don't like it when their quarterback gets hit like that. And don't be surprised to see the old coach get on his lineman to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Quick toss. And he can't hang on to it. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 33. He flings it. So that'll make it fourth down.
It's a good hold by the defense on third down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
This is a great punt blocking team, and it looks like they're going to try to get to this one. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line.
Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession. Fresno State
In control.
They hand it off. And he's tackled
At about the 29-yard line. Second and 8 coming up here.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. Brought down right around the 34. The Bulldogs had one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to return. King is waiting for the snap.
Tackle at the 34.
Not a bad return. Not a whole lot's been working for them so far. They should just come out and play loose and easy because they've got nothing to lose.
Throws it out there. And he dropped it.
You know, the quarterback's very fortunate that his wide receiver's getting up from that hit. That's a big hit by the defender. The quarterback should go up to his receiver and apologize for putting that ball in a position where he almost had his head taken off.
He's scrambling.
He's taken down
At the 43.
about 9 yards there on the quarterback scramble. It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. Draw here.
Tackle at the 42.
Good, solid defense there to force them into a fourth down situation.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here.
And he's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Well, the guys are chomping at the bit down there, waiting for the game to start back up.
Fresno State
Looking to put this game away if they score here. Almost intercepted there.
Hey, that's a heads-up play there by the defender. Get those hands up, and something good may just happen.
Second and 10.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Gets to about the 34-yard line. Throws it to the halfback on the screen.
And he's taken down
Around the 33-yard line. King is the punter. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. He makes it to the 38-yard line.
I hope they show some fight here and try to stay competitive. If you're going to get blown out, you at least want to go down swinging.
And they make the stop
Around the 34-yard line.
Second and 13 coming up here.
Ball on their own 34. And he throws it away.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
They'll bring him down.
At about the 49.
On 3rd and long, they get the first down, but was it close?
Close or not, what a relief it is to the quarterback to have a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10.
Ball on the 49-yard line. He's on the run, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation.
Passes to the wide out, and he can't pull it in.
With a quick throw.
And it looks like they're going to run away with this one as we head into the fourth quarter. Fresno State's running away with it. Well, folks, we head into the fourth quarter, and this one is a blowout. They've got 10 guys up. It looks like they're going to try to block this one. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. Early in the fourth quarter here, and obviously we've got a blowout. One team trying to play for pride, and the other one just trying to get out of here.
Fresno State
Looking to add to this big lead here.
And down he goes at the 36.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Pitches it. He's got the corner. He gets hit out of bounds around the 47-yard line. Dumps it complete to the halfback over the middle. Tackle made
At the 49-yard line.
second and 8.
Ball on their own 49.
Finds his man, and they take him down immediately. Quick throw.
And he's shoved out of bounds.
Right around the 32-yard line.
Great effort here by the wideout to secure the ball and pick up some extra yardage.
From the 32-yard line. First down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. On the throw, incomplete pass.
Fresno State
With a big advantage. Gains his way to the 23-yard line.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
He's tackled
At the 18-yard line.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 18. Tackled for a loss. Where in the world was he going on that run?
Well, that's a good question. I thought for a while he got his directions messed up.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
Gets rid of it quickly.
Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. First and goal from the 1, looking to punch this one in.
They come out in a 5-wide set. He scrambles. And he's tackled
Just outside the goal line.
This is the 12th play of this drive. They'll drop him for a loss.
The defense backed up into their own end zone. It's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Fresno State
With a commanding lead.
And he's stopped behind the line.
This is to add to an already impressive lead.
The kick is up, and it is good.
They line up to kick this one away.
He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line.
Fresno State's just not going to let them come up for air, I guess.
Well, this defense has just been stifling. They've shut down the running game. They've, for the most part, limited the big plays in the pass game. And they've got a nice lead here in the 4th quarter.
The deficit is huge, but as a player, you never want to slow down your effort. Believe me, coaches notice the ones who aren't trying that hard. Good tackle there in space.
What impresses me so much is the guy's vision. He read the coverage perfectly to find his man for good yardage.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Slings it, and he tackles him hard
At the 37.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on their own 37.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook.
He's going to try and scramble. Brought down.
Around the 38-yard line. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Fires out to his receiver. He's taken down
At the 45.
So we're looking at another third down here. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Catches it, and he's looking for more.
And he is drilled at the 41.
Tackled after a decent pickup. From the 36-yard line. Second down. Gets it. He's in space. Very good tackle in space. From the 21-yard line, it's first down. Got his man. Can't tack on any yardage.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. They'll make the sack.
Boy, Brad, that was a big hit on the quarterback. I'm going to be interested to see how he responds from this hit and whether or not he comes after his offensive lineman and challenges them to start playing a little bit better.
Well, they'll line it up again on third down. 2 for 2 so far on this drive. Well, the stop made there late in the fourth quarter, but this game's been over almost since the beginning. And I think it's time for everybody to head to the locker room. A little over a minute in the game. Zips it to his receiver. Touchdown. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
And it takes some real accuracy on those deep corner routes, so kudos to the quarterback. He splits the uprights with the extra point. He's taken down at the 43-yard line. The quarterback leads his squad back out. They got 3 on their last possession.
Can't wrap him up.
And they'll bring him down behind the line. So it's 2nd and 13.
Ball on the 46.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score, 30-7, Fresno State. As we finish up the broadcast, what do you have to say about how this game turned out, Kurt?
Well, this was shaping up to be a really close game, but they did what they had to do, made some big plays, and were able to pull away. Fresno State had a really tough matchup coming in, but they were prepared, motivated, and came away with a really solid win.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.